Did you know that you can officially start filing your taxes at the end of this month? While it seems like April is far off, turns out, though, there are benefits to getting the ball rolling sooner than later. Here once again with expert advice, we have Cory Sickles, president of Safe Harbor Retirement Group. Good to see you, Cory.
Good to be here, Robin.
Okay, so it feels early like we said, but it's really not. I mean, this is the time, right, when you're supposed to start getting things together.
It is, and if you're retired, there's not too many things you're going to be getting in the mail, right?
Yeah.
And but here's the main reason why I think you want to be able to do it is just don't procrastinate. Right? We all want to kind of wait to that April 15th deadline in order to file for taxes. But yeah, you can start the end of this month. You
can start the end of this month. Okay, so what would be your first step that you would advise when it comes to just getting things started?
Well, many people I know do it themselves, but there's a lot of out there that actually use a CPA or a tax preparer to do it. What I would do is I probably would schedule a time to already meet with them, or they'll send you a packet where maybe you have to give them and to get it back to them, so you can get into their queue, because obviously the later you wait, the longer it's going to take for them to do their taxes, and then be able to get back to you whether you actually get money back or whether you owe.
Okay, that's always the worst part, right? That little waiting game. All right, and if you file early, do you get your taxes back early, or is that something that they still don't kick off until the 15th?
Normally right now, once you file, you get your taxes about 21 days later.
Okay.
So obviously if you're getting money back, the earlier you get it in, the quicker you're going to get your money.
All right, let's talk about those that are going to owe. I have fallen into this in the last couple of years.
Yep.
So what do you want people to know about that and how long they get and how that process works?
Well, here's what I would say to that. You still want to do your taxes early. Even if you think you might owe, I think you're going to want to know what the number is.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have to be able to come up with that dollar amount in order to pay for that. Or say you can't pay it, maybe it's larger than you actually thought it was going to be. You can probably set up some type of payment terms with the IRS to kind of help you, bridge that gap in order to pay your tax bill.
Right, because if you can't pay on time, and you're saying a lot of people do, you don't want to procrastinate because you think, I'm not going to be able to pay it, because that in turn creates a bigger mess, right?
Yeah, it does. And here, I'm a small business owner, right?
Yeah.
I want to be able to actually get my stuff in as quickly as possible so I know what I still might actually I have to owe. I don't want to find out on April 10th that I got to come up with a certain amount of money and pay it 5 days later, right?
Right,
so
okay.
it just gives you time to be able to put together a plan.
Let's talk about extensions then. If you do need one, what are the circumstances? How do you go about doing that?
Well, I've always used a tax preparer, and I know if I have to file an extension, they can do that, for you. I'm not sure how it actually works if you're an individual, but here's what I would probably say. Most people that file extensions is because they waited till the last minute.
Yeah.
I mean, I already had an email from my accountant says if I don't have it in by this date, we will have to file an extension. So again, if you call your tax preparer and find out what it is, you're going to be able to figure it out. But again, I think most people file extensions because they're disorganized.
And I think this is an important time to talk about this, Cory. You've mentioned this over the years, right? Is that this is tax filing. Very different than tax planning.
Yes.
And when it comes to a lot of the folks that you work with, this stuff, I mean, all of this kind of needs to be done in advance anyways, right?
It does. If you're really working with a a CPA or a tax preparer, hopefully you've already been in a situation, you've done things in 2024 in order to save taxes for, when you actually file those taxes.
Yeah.
If you're working with the right preparer, when you file taxes, they should review with you at the end of the day and say, you know what, if you could do this or you do that, you're going to be able to be in a better situation for 2025.
Right, you're going to know maybe what you'll owe, what you won't, and you have that education.
Right. That's exactly right.
All right, any last thoughts as we do talk about preparing for taxes and maybe just your finances in general at the start of the year? A lot of people are looking to get things in order right now.
They are. I'd always say this. First of all, I'd always say, call your tax person right now, schedule that, get an appointment with them. And then this is also a great time to just come in, schedule a complimentary, no obligation meeting with us.
Yeah.
Just to find out where you are today and see if we can actually put you in a better situation going forward. All of our meetings are complimentary. Again, there's no financial obligation. We're really here to help you.
Okay, and you can do that. SafeHarborOH.com, the website, or give them a call. Like he said, 2 simple locations where you can set up a complimentary meeting today. Cory, thank you.
Thank you, Robin.